Hi, my name's Keno. I'm a musician, videographer, content creator. And this is the JBL PRX ONE. So I've had the chance to use the PRX ONE for the last 6 months during regular gigs of mine, family events, some speaking events with live music playing, different size venues, small pubs. It is unbelievable going from a traditional PA style system to this all-in-one system, how much faster and how much stress it removes from you for just setup alone. The sound quality has been incredible. Now, I am familiar with the PRX sound. My prior large PA setup was a set of PRX 812s, as well as the bottoms were the 718 XLFs. A very large system. You know, generally when you're trying to set up, you've got a million cables, you've got to plug in every piece, you've got your monitors, your mains, all the microphones, everything else, and you've got cables all over the floor. To put it simply, it's just a pain generally to set up a PA but when you're doing everything yourself before a gig. This has changed all that. It really is one trip. I walk in with one side houses the bag that holds the array, and the other side holds the PA. I walk in with that. I go back to the car, I grab my acoustic, I grab my box of cables, and that's all I need. It's super easy. And it really just does sound awesome. It's got great spread. I think that's probably where you gain so much over traditional systems. There's nothing better than be able to grab this, walk in, grab my acoustic, my microphone, and my box of cables, take 3 or 4 minutes to set the thing up, and then play the show. You know, but I think it does so much more. You know, being able to run backing tracks and in between music via Bluetooth, super useful. Not having to go to a board and do any mixing. I use the in-app control since I already have my iPad set up, so I can do all the mixing, muting, play background tracks, everything I want through that unit. It's incredible. I'm gonna go through some of the setup options here. Obviously, I mean, it's really intuitive the way they've set this up. You've got, here's your basic menu here. If you want to access any individual channel, you just click the channel. All of the menu options. So you've got things like effects send, input, compressor, gate, phantom power, the individual channel mute, things like that. It's very easy to use. So there's that mode, which is just channel strip mode basically, and then you've got this mode select here. You hit this and then these all light up. So what this is this gives you mix control over each individual channel. So when you're going to mix everybody or every instrument together, each knob controls the volume for each channel. This being red means I have this one muted. These being green mean they're not muted. You go back to any main menu, you push the main menu button, and this brings you to your master control settings. So you've got things like the ducking feature, effects processing, which would be reverbs, delays, etc. You've got the DBX drive rack output, which that controls your feedbacks and limiters and things. You've got the pass-through and timeline settings. So that's if you were to add extra systems to this, subwoofers, 9 more of these, whatever you'd like to do. And then you got master settings, which are things like LCD, contrast, Bluetooth pairing, factory resets, firmware, things like that. To set these up, it's really pretty awesome. It's simple. You go in here, I've got Bluetooth on my phone, I've got Bluetooth on here, I go to add speaker, it pops up available loudspeakers. I click connect, we're connected, done. Then to take it further, you'll click on that, and then now you've got access to all of the channels. Everything you could really want to control is on this. If you wanted to go and control the EQ of this channel number 1, you've got high pass, bass, mids, treble. You've got all your presets here. So these will give you starting points. It's really great. It's intuitive. It's easy to use. You've got your master volume always down here at the bottom. You've got each individual channel volume, and then, like I said, access to any of these things. Here's your reverbs, delays, all the things you need. You can rename anything you'd like. So if I want to say, okay, this is going to be my vocal, I'll go and delete this and say Keno Vox, and I say done. So now I know that that's my vocal. Saying you can go through and redo all these, and then you can save all of them as presets. So if you play a lot of acoustic shows and you've got the same guitar and the same vocals and the same microphone, then you can easily set that up. It's a no-brainer, really. It's a killer app. Hey, I know this is getting long-winded, but I really wanted to add that, I've got a pair of these, so I liked them so much, I got a second one. And I think I mainly mentioned acoustic because that's what I do mostly, but I am in full bands, and you can certainly use a full band in a single one of these, depending on venue size. I can see it being useful for DJs. I can see it being useful for coffee shops and pubs and places where they want a house sound and they don't want to rely on random musicians bringing things as a permanent install. You can certainly, I can see bands that maybe you don't use 3 guitar players that are running 100-watt full stack tube amps and a full huge drum kit, but I can see maybe if you had an electronic kit going in, and then maybe your guitar players are using like an Axe-Fx or a Pod or a Kemper or whatever they're using, and bass is going DI or has a small bass rig. I can see a full electric band easily gigging with these, one or a pair. And we haven't really discussed the throughput, but it's great for, first of all, daisy chaining multiple towers, but it's also useful for running your monitor system. If you have in-ears, small in-ear setup, then you can run those straight to your in-ears. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw in there's a lot of uses for this PA. It's really pretty incredible how much how many features they packed into something this convenient and compact, and I really think it's really, they've hit it out of the park, and it's going to appeal to a whole bunch of people, and me included, obviously. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that one in.
Once again, my name is DM Keno, and I want to thank you guys so much for finishing video 3 of this 4-video series all about the JBL PRX ONE. If you're interested in any of my personal content, check out this link and this link. And also, please subscribe to Performer Magazine. This is an incredible YouTube channel that allows real-life musicians to do hands-on reviews of excellent products. And if you could, please check out video 4. It gives me an opportunity to play one of my originals acoustically through the PRX ONE and give you an idea of how it sounds and how it performs. Till next time.